You're good to go. Is Linda here? Where's Linda? Raise your hand, Linda, so I know you're... Oh, there you are. Sorry. Okay, great. We'll get started with our next quick take. I'd like to introduce to you Linda Bunk. Linda is a Christian who is afflicted with bipolar and Asperger's, but Jesus transformed her life, and she wants others suffering with mental illness or Asperger's to experience his life-saving grace, and she's going to speak with you now. Here's Linda Bunk.
Hello. I'm going to speak to you about the vital role of the church community as part of mental health support team. The church community is central in the recovery and stability of a Christian afflicted with mental health issues. God designed his church to include the weak and strong in one body for his will. Paul illustrates this in Romans 14 with these points. It honors God. It's in Romans 14:6. Christians are to bear each other's burdens like Christ in Romans 14:8, 9. And God is judging us, and one judge is enough. Christ dwelled among us, died, and rose for us in order to create a community radically different from the standards of the world. How can the church be this belonging and bearing community? One, by showing compassion, by listening and learning. Jesus looked with compassion on those afflicted, the hurting, or the outcast. He was a listener like his Father, who listens to us when we cry out to him. Showing compassion by praying for them and with them. Many Christians are quick to judge emotional pain as if you're not praying enough or it's a sin issue. Prayer is the most powerful weapon that we have to welcome people and ward off spiritual attacks. It is the way we communicate with our Father. 3, showing compassion by loving and serving them and their families. Mental illness is scary, and we want to avoid being uncomfortable. Many of us will go halfway around the world on a mission trip, but won't help a hurting family during a mental health crisis. It can be as easy to love and serve by making a reheatable meal, give a gift card for gas, food, etc., or help with household chores. Showing compassion by serving with them. When the person with mental illness is stable, invite them to serve with you. Invite them on mission trips. Work with them through their strengths and serve together. Personally, I have a church community that thrives in Romans 14 and these 4 points that I talked about above in obedience to God. This community has nurtured my ability to serve God, who uniquely created my story to serve families with disabilities in Ukraine and beyond. My parents were pressured to institutionalize me, claiming that I would be a burden and assuming that I lacked the ability to be educated. Many other parents face the same pressure for the same reasons. Yet God has opened many doors in the field for me, from orphanages to nursing homes to families stigmatized by disabilities, even from their local church. I've been living on mission overseas more than 50 times. And in Ukraine 30 times. God's glorified when his church is a place for belonging for all. And we need to encourage each other's differences so that we, even being part of an individual's mental health support team. Thank you.